Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA with Paul.
Hey.
Kyle.
What's up, guys?
And welcome back to another of our shop talks. We're having fun with this.
We are.
So there's a lot in the car world to talk about. One of the things I thought would be fun is somebody had commented about why don't you guys do a comparison of the big power cars versus the power to weight cars? And his example, if I remember correctly, his example was something like there's the Dodge Demon, which points straight, but that's all it does, versus something like an R32, which is a very balanced, cool car.
Way less horsepower and
so
completely different era of vehicle, but yeah. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he meant compare them like against each other. It's just like the approach of driving.
Of the vehicle dynamics.
Right, and like why you would choose one over the other.
Yeah.
So, by the way, you guys, we're going to leave Euro cars out, JDM stuff. Everything's left out of this one. This is just looking at the modern herd of American muscle pony cars.
Right. It's not that everything is left out. It's just that you just want to focus on the American stuff.
Just for this, and especially because what that guy said, I think is cool, is the idea of power cars versus power to weight. But the truth is, with a lot of our modern American muscle pony cars, sports cars,
good power to weight.
Dude, you've got exceptional power to weight in cars that are
just
all under 100. Yeah, but you're making up for it with power, you know. So yeah, granted, like when the road turns, you've got more, you know, weight transfer to deal with.
Yeah.
But like I just wrote up a quick list. Number one being the car I drive, a ZL1, right? 650 horsepower, car weighs 3,900 pounds.
Sure.
Great chassis, great suspension, Brembo brakes. I mean, it's got all the stuff to make it not only a car that like seriously hauls balls when the road's going straight, but when the road turns, you know, as opposed to like say the Demon or a Hellcat that are 700-800 plus horsepower cars, right? The road turns, I mean, you're screwed.
They call them boats, right?
Yeah.
They call them boats.
They feel like boats. Like when you're in them, I was telling you, it's not. I mean, I could be immune to 1,000 horsepower now, but when I was in the Demon with you, it feels like you're in a plane. You know, you're going like 250 miles per hour when you're taking off, but it doesn't feel like anything. You kind of shrug your shoulders, you know.
Right.
And I kind of did that. I looked over it and I'm like, it's okay, but that's 1,000 horsepower. We're hauling ass, you know.
Dude, it's good.
That one we were driving is 980 at the wheels.
Yeah.
So it's absurd horsepower.
Yeah.
But it's stock one is in the range of 4,500 pounds. It's a lot of car.
Yeah.
But for me personally, the Charger, Demon, Hellcat, all the Challengers and all the Chargers, I immediately rule them out as a car that I'm interested in because I like when the road turns, you know, like I know you do.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Nino. Nino is one of those guys that he doesn't care about going up to the canyons. He likes to point straight, go fast, and smoke the tires doing it. So all of his cars are representative of that, you know?
None of his cars are track build or go have fun in the canyons. It's none of that.
Not at all. Yeah. They're all like point straight, do burnouts,
go fast.
That's right. And that's because that's really the style of driving he likes. And I think there's a lot of people that do. I mean, look at the demand for the Hellcat, for the Demon, for the Red Eye.
It's something about the way it sounds, I think, for a lot of like.
Well, and they're killing it on power. Give me a break. I mean, a bone stock Hellcat, 707 horsepower, you know. The Demon, just by adding race fuel, and it jumps up to 840. That's massive. But then think about these other ones we've got, though. Think about, like, the other one I wrote on this list that's, I mean, power to weight's probably the most impressive would be the ZR1 Corvette.
Definitely, yeah.
Right? Yeah. 755 horsepower, 3,600 pounds. I haven't driven one, but dude, that's massive. That's 100 more horsepower than my car has and roughly 500 pounds less.
It's gotta be a scary car for sure.
Right? That's like, that's just gigantic.
It's a Corvette though. It's the top of their line. It's always been like the pinnacle of Chevy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
So you'd expect it to just have a little bit of an edge on the Camaro.
For sure. Well, look, they had to do that because the ZL1 beat the previous gen Corvette. It's the first time ever that the Camaro outperformed the Vet. So then, of course, they had to come out and dump the ZR1 on us. And, you know, I mean, this whole list of cars, think about a Shelby GT350R.
That's a car that's lower on power, but it'll take a turn for sure.
But still, and I think that's the point that this guy had commented before was making, is exactly what you just said. It's lower on power, which it is compared to these, but it's still 520 something horsepower.
And it pretty much keeps up with all those cars, and if not, I bet it outhandles some of them. Like
Handling's
definitely the Demon,
exceptional.
it outhandles the Demon for sure.
Yeah.
So what is the GT500 going to be? Is that going to be the Demon of Mustangs?
That's what it's going to be, because they want to go for, like, look at the Dodge Demon. There's only an automatic because they built that car for the enthusiasts like Nino who want to go out and just go straight. They're not going to. You can't have a manual and do that.
Right.
As cool as it is, you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the GT500 is supposed to be there. Go out to the drag strip, try to beat the Demon if you can.
Right.
But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Right.
And then if you want, get the 350 to go have fun in the canyons. The naturally aspirated, high revving, lower horsepower that'll take a turn for sure. You know?
Right. Yeah, I'm curious to see, as I was looking up just general specs on the GT500. Obviously, horsepower is impressive. Minimum is 700 on it. I'm seeing like notes saying 700, 760.
760, yeah.
The one thing I couldn't find that I kept looking for is what's the weight? I don't know what the weight is. They're not
hiding it.
They're not letting us in.
They've got recliners in there.
Yeah, they're not.
Things are cushy. There's a little knob.
Totally. They're not letting us.
That automatic shift knob.
It's probably got a, what's it called, adaptive cruise.
Oh yeah,
like his Honda. Here's my take on it: is of the American cars, I think it's proving itself with the Challengers and Chargers. You seem to see more of those than you do Mustangs, more of those than you do Corvettes or Camaros. We're in the line of the hardcore enthusiast, right? The guy or the girl that likes to go out to the canyon.
Yeah.
That's why I lean towards some of these, especially like having so much seat time in my ZL1.
Yeah.
I just love that we're in this time where not only do we have power, but we have these cars that really, really work.
Yeah.
You know, the 350R, I've spent a good amount of seat time in a canyon, on a track in it. It's, for my taste, for my driving style, I lean towards the ZL1 only because it actually feels a bit more stable. The guy that's maybe a little more hardcore of a driver like Tyler, you know, he likes that less predictability.
Yeah.
You know, he actually enjoys that.
It makes you work for it, as opposed to you're for sure going to take that turn and feel comfortable doing it, which is what you like. You like to go to have fun in the canyons and know that you're going to be able to do it safely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The Mustangs, you know. So I'm really curious to see on this GT500. I mean, is it going to handle? Is it just going to be a straight line brute of a car, you know?
Yeah.
Is it going to be both? Are they heading in that direction where they're trying to make it? It's possible to make them work in all directions, you know.
I'm sure it'll take a turn, but their main goal is to go straight.
It kind of looks like it. So of the one, I'll bet I can actually. You know what? I can predict this.
Go ahead.
Here's my prediction. If I could choose any of these cars, again, like you got to do you don't get to sell it because it's easy to go, well, then I'm going to take the most expensive and sell it and then buy what I want. You know what I mean? So we're not playing that friggin' game.
Goes and buys a European car that's light and nimble and like has good power to weight.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But
yeah, right. I'd expect you to like show up on a horse before you did that.
But considering these, like you're going to keep it and drive it, and you're going to use it for everything. It's going to be your daily drive car, your go to the canyon car, your everything. Like it's the one car you get to have, and you like to do like me, where you like to go canyons, you like to go straight line, you like to cruise down by the beach. What are you choosing? My choice here, I got to admit, I'm still, after all of these, I'm sticking with the ZL1.
So your current car?
I am. Yep.
That's
the only one for me that runs a close, and when I say close, I mean it's right there on its butt, and I'm questioning if I made the right choice, would be the ZR1 Corvette, which I know is what you're choosing.
I would definitely go with that ZR1 for sure.
Yeah, of course
It's
you
the
would.
best. I love Corvette, man.
And then my guess with you is based on all the stuff you're talking about over here. I'm guessing you're going with the Demon.
Wow.
I think you like the sound, and I think you like that it's comfortable.
He just told us all what our cars were. He didn't even let us choose.
That's true.
He
but
knew
that's
already. He knows us
No, but
too
let's
well.
see. Am I right?
You are.
you
You're
know
so
what?
right. I don't know about Paul, but you're totally right on my
I
end.
kick out.
because like, I mean, Yeah, it's comfortable. It's easy to live with.
Paul's thinking more practical. I got kids. I need something comfortable. I don't want to bang my head getting in and out. I
It's
just
the
want to
only
chill,
car.
feel like I'm sitting on a couch that hauls ass.
Yep.
You know?
I'm like
Such a Paul
6'2", 6'3".
Totally
When
Paul.
I
This
get
is
into
Paul.
that car, there's room around me.
Yeah.
Big.
I can see you with one.
You ever
hand,
you ever see him get in my car and he's like, you
Yeah,
know, having
like-
to duck down, banging his head.
You know, like
Yeah, totally.
And you, I mean, I know you're going with the Corvette. Like,
Yeah.
I know how much you love the
you
Corvette.
wanted
I
that
don't know if this is
Corvette.
just a phase, but I'm just super obsessed with them. Just the way
Yeah.
they look, man. I don't know. But I guess all
That
of
car's
these-
sexy too. I gotta admit that the ZR, that 2019 ZR1 is that car's beautiful.
Even the Z06, man. Like I just love the
Yep.
C7 body. Like they perfected it. I think.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's it for our shop talk number 7. Is it?
I think it's
It's 7. It's 7.
This is number 7,
Number
really?
7. Yes.
Wow. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging as always, man, and definitely send us your comments. We all want to know, based on these cars, which one are you picking? You get choices. 1. Which one are you picking? So you got the ZL1, ZR1, GT350R, Shelby GT500, and Dodge Demon, and that's it, right? Yeah. All right, you guys. Later.